Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I'm merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a 6 of Wands. Beautiful, triumphant, balanced, very, very strong and confident energy. Let's put that into some context, all right? Oh, I see you've overcome a lot of doubt, a lot of opposition, a lot of anxiety recently that I think we are... Wow, these are some beautiful cards. Really great energy. Really great energy. I feel like we're overcoming a lot of this stuff over here, right? And it's turning into all of this, which is, well, that's fantastic. Mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one random card. We are going to select and we're going to set it aside. We'll put the alien on top. And now we're not going to look at that until the very end. Okay. And hopefully that will tie everything together and, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay. So let's look at this energy now. We've got some, let's see, we've got fire, fire, fire. We've got just a little bit of water. We've got this air energy over here. And then for earth, we have 1, 2, 3 earth, and then the major arcana, the Hierophant. This is a big spiritual lesson for you, I think. This is something that you may not really be understanding the purpose of it now. You may not know why this is happening. It is happening. I think it's happening pretty quickly because of the fire energy here. Fire and earth together, to me, are always just such a great combination. It's kind of a dangerous situation, right? Fire and earth sometimes can lead to bad things, but in the right way, it's such a creative, such a manifesting combination of energies. To me, it's the best combination. But I think it does happen quickly. It needs us to be on our toes, right? When you're dealing with fire, you have to be very careful. You have to be alert. You have to pay attention to grow the kind of, to grow the life, to grow the fire that you want and not let it get out of control and not let it, damage the barn or something. So this is a really big deal for you spiritually in terms of your overall life path. This Hierophant energy here is front and center, saying, look, there is a reason why you're going through these things here, this air energy. Okay, there's a reason for the 5 and the 8 of swords. You're going to be overcoming that. You're going to be overcoming the emotions, and a lot of new emotions are going to be welling up in you when you get through this situation. Okay, and then it's all fire and earth after that. I mean, it's all fire and earth really to begin with, right? Fire, earth, fire. It really can't get any better than that. But we have to be ready for it, okay? Because I think really we're still coming out of this air energy, the swords energy. And the Hierophant should be in a different place here. It should be kind of off to the side where it's just overseeing everything, because I feel like we need to have this as a reminder. Maybe we can just kind of set it up in this little deal here. It doesn't really help for the overhead. It might help for the front camera there. To be reminded of this Hierophant at every stage, because this is something that is life-changing for you, And I do think it's happening pretty quickly. We have just this limited air energy here, and then a little bit of water too. And then boom, fire, earth, fire, earth, fire, earth. earth, fire. So it seems like the transition is happening pretty quickly. Now, what is this air energy? Well, first, I guess let's go to this 8. This is a situation that you're probably familiar with. I think you've been in this kind of state for a while. This is a lot of, not so much confusion, but I'm getting a sense of we're just kind of being turned around, right? We're a top that just keeps spinning, and we don't really know which way to go. We're not able to move in any particular direction. It's kind of self-doubt. It's kind of self-sabotage. Yeah. This is uncertainty. This is, well, the key word for the card is interference. So I kind of get this impression that it's like we've, our mind, our emotions, our nerves are just pretty raw. So we're very sensitive to everything. And there's just so much coming in that we can't really think straight. We can't get a clear idea of what to do, where to go. A lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration. This is the feeling like we're trapped. Like we can't make any progress. This is an 8. This is supposed to be a good number for progress. It's supposed to be a card that is showing, hey, we're really getting somewhere now. We're chugging along here. But with the swords, this is, maybe it's a misperception. Maybe we are making progress, just not in the way that we think. Maybe we can't see the progress because we feel so tied up in this mental activity, in this confusion, in this chaos. Maybe there's just so much going on. We feel like we're not really doing anything. I think the Hierophant is here to say that, look, even though we may be, I'm going to have to move that Hierophant somewhere else. Even though we may be in this air energy, we may feel like we're tangled up in this web of thoughts and feelings and frustrations and, different perceptions, different opinions. We still are, the Hierophant is saying, we're still making progress. And I think we're just about to make that jump in between the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Wands to really feel like we've overcome this, right? And maybe that's kind of what we're doing right here. Maybe that is the lesson, is to learn that we are right in the middle of these two cards. We're right here in this blank space. We're right here where these two cards meet, where we go from uncertainty, feeling and perceiving that there is no progress being made, to now overcoming that feeling and realizing that we're rolling forward, fire and earth, earth and fire. That we are just barreling forward with our success. And I think that this transition, when you go from being 8 of Swords to realizing that you're not stuck, right? If you're familiar with the tarot, you know the 8 of Swords and the Rider-Waite-Smith. It's about someone who's bound and blindfolded, and they can't move. They're stuck. There's no way to move. They're tied up. But they don't realize that all of these swords around them are really their means of escape, right? That they can easily make progress. All they have to do is free themselves, right? Free themselves from this perception, a misperception, that we are imprisoned. The very bars that you feel are holding you back, those are the means of your progress, the means of your escape. So all of these thoughts and feelings that we have, that we feel kind of contained by or restricted by, these are those things that we need to convert into allies, right? We need to make these things work for us. And that really just is a switch. It's really just a realization that we are the ruler of this energy and we're not ruled by it. So we also have a 5 of Swords here at the top. And the 5 is about change, right? This maybe looks like a negative card. It's a pentagram after all. It's the 5 of Swords. But it means change, right? It's any kind of fixed state that we're in an even number, as a fixed state. And with the Eight of Swords, yeah, it's about making progress. It's about the need, perhaps, the need to make progress and get out of this situation. Get out of this restrictive thinking. So we need change. We need to really get some fresh air into this so that we can overcome it. But we've got a Five of Swords, and this way, this is change. This is some air energy going in. But this is the air energy that feels like it can't do that. This card is all about defeat. And when the card's like this, the inverted pentagram with the crown down there at the bottom, the point is facing downward. This is us being defeated. This is us kind of thinking, the situation's too much for me. I can't overcome it. I can't do it. And this is not going to help us make the leap, flip the switch from the air to this Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is really overcoming the challenge, overcoming this difficulty, this roadblock to our progress, right? And the Five, crown, point downward, we can't do it. The situation's too much for me. I've been defeated by it. But what we can do with this Five, and if you've seen this channel before, you've seen me pull out a Five of Swords, and sometimes this card comes out this way. Sometimes, for really no reason at all, I try to keep every card upright. I don't read reversals. Sometimes this card will come out like this. It's that easy to flip the switch. How do we perceive the situation? Now we think, I am strong enough to do this. I can do it. I can overcome this inertia. This roadblock is just a speed bump. We think it's a roadblock. It's just a bump in the road. We may have to slow down to get over the hump, but once we get over, then we're on the highway now, and it's all fire and earth and earth and fire and earth and fire. But we have to make this change in our thinking, right? We have to believe, we have to envision, we have to visualize, and we have to use these positive affirmations to, convince yourself that this is a situation that you can overcome. What exactly you're doing, I don't know. Maybe it's a work thing, right? We have all of this fire and earth. And we'll just leave the Five of Swords upright here, because I feel like you want to make that choice. You want to change your thinking. That's why this card's at the top of the path of the dove here. It's what you're aspiring to. You want to convince yourself. You want to put spirit back in charge. Put spirit back on top, right? Let spirit take the wheel. And then this just gets blown away in the breeze, right? This is nothing, and we can overcome this. The Six is about creative harmony and beauty, willpower. This is us conquering our challenges, overcoming these obstacles, getting over the speed bump. This is just a little speed bump in between here. Yeah. And now this could be a work thing. It could be a creative endeavor. It could be a family issue. It could be just generally talking about how you want to create your life, build your life, make progress into the future of your existence, right? So it could be very general for you, or it could be very particular. It could literally be, how to advance in your career, how to, how you want to expand your home business, or find new creative outlets, all of these things. But when we do make this change, when we do overcome the mental aspect of this that is just kind of restricting our progress. And now these could be more specific too. Right, the Eight of Swords, I'm speaking generally, it's a general reading, but for some of you this is going to be a particular restricting situation. It could be an environment that you're in. See, we have a connection with the environment because this card is the Eight of Pentacles. It's in the position of your environment. So there's a connection here that perhaps the environment that you're in, the job, the situation you're in, maybe some relationship that you're in, there's some kind of energy around you that is contributing to you feeling like you can't overcome and make progress. Because what we really want is this Eight of Pentacles. This is an environment that is conducive to you making progress, right? This is a supportive, nurturing environment, right? This is what we want. This is the kind of environment we want. This is us making progress in an environment that supports us, okay? And that's where we want to get. Now, I think with this transition, there's going to be some new feelings that are going to be welling up in you. And this is the only water that we have. So to me, this is like kind of important. I feel like this is, maybe some little water energy, some emotional connection that's trying to keep you over here, that wants to stay in that situation. But no, we've got to carry this. We got to carry this forward. And what I mean by that, with the Princess of Cups, this could be a little bit of this anxiety almost, that we're stepping out on our own, right? You're taking that first step into new waters, kind of learning how to do this a different way. You're learning kind of what it feels like now to having gotten over that Eight of Swords, whatever the situation is. Kind of gives you this new feeling. It's a feeling of excitement and empowerment, but it's kind of a little daunting, right? There's going to be some new feelings here. That's what I mean. It's going to feel some kind of way that you're not so used to. Don't let it push you back to this because, or that's familiar at least, and that's kind of where it was safe. We're going into this kind of new energy here, new fire and earth and fire and earth and earth and fire. It really is amazing we have so much earth and fire here. So this is kind of embracing the newness of this experience, learning how to deal with the feelings that are going to come along with this new work, this new way of working. Yeah. Because remember the Hierophant. Don't forget Hierophant's over here. This is all part of your spiritual path. This is all part of a very necessary experience for you to achieve, to get to the kind of life that you want, to express yourself and to live and build the life that is meant for you, whatever that means to you. Right? It's going to be different for everyone. But moving forward, we're taking this triumph and now we're putting it to work. We're taking this new confidence that we have because we've overcome this inertia. Whatever situation, whatever kind of emotional tie there was to it, whatever kind of, whatever the Eight of Swords was and the associated feelings and thoughts that went with it, we're overcoming that and we're going to take our emotions with us. We're going to take these new feelings with us too. We've overcome that. Now we're putting it to good use. Now we're using this new confidence, this new power to begin creating. What do you want to create? I feel like we've made the decision now. We've flipped the switch. We're moving forward. Now we're focused on progress. But what are you creating? There's a Three of Pentacles. This is a very creative card. It's understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. What do you want and how are you going to go about creating it? How are we going to manifest this? Well, first, I think, we have to know what we want, right? And that's part of this water energy, too. What do you feel? Where does your soul, and this might be kind of a new thing, right? It's the only water. This is a little bit of water in all of this fire and earth. So this kind of is a little bit maybe slow to really gain confidence and gain power, right? But we have to listen to this. This is our deep emotions. This is what you really want. It's beneath the path of the dove, right? This was down at the bottom. So this is an inner drive, an inner striving. This is something that deep in your soul, you really want this. Well, we have to explore this. We have to get to know it. We have to nurture it. We have to allow it to grow so that we can kind of follow your heart a little bit. Yeah. So we have to do these. We have to make the choice. We have to understand the process of creation and figure out what we're creating and how we're going to go about doing that in a practical way, right, with the earth energy. And then here, This is understanding the process of creation, but on a more spiritual, vital level with the Three of Wands. This is your general energy, but this is how you're kind of looking at this situation. See that we have the Three of Wands looking straight over here at the Six of Wands. So this is you seeing the situation. You're saying, I'm a 3. I'm looking for the 6. This is what I'm seeing, right? And it could be the other way around too. We're going from a 6, we're reducing it down to a 3. What is essential to you? What is your true nature? And how are we going to express that? So as much as you understand the process of creation on the physical plane, and you're understanding kind of what you want to create, what your soul feels drawn to, we have to also understand the process of creation on a spiritual level, on a vital level. Who are you really? Right? What do you believe in? What do you truly want? Not just in this kind of practical, earth level way, but in a transcendent way. What is it that you really, what is your guiding principle, right? What do you really, really want? Because this then with the 3 of, see, we've got earth and fire, right? The 3s, understanding ourselves and understanding how to manifest that in the external world. This is really the key to it all. This is what really produces the magic. Yeah. And that's really what we see here with this Princess of Pentacles. Because this is everything and anything all at once. And that is the result of, the infinite ways. The 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles. When these two get together, anything is possible. Well, literally everything is possible, right? So this is 2 infinite things coming together and making this manifestation. And there are literally infinite possibilities. Because this card shows growth and abundance and manifestation on this plane, but this card, the Princess of Pentacles, it's Earth of Earth, it's the earthiest energy we could get, contains every other energy, every other card in the tarot, all of them are contained in this one. So this is literally everything. Yeah. And it's really just, I think, a matter of getting in the right environment that's going to nurture you, that's going to allow you to explore these other energies, to really know what we want and support us in creating it. This is crucial. This is essential. To have an environment that is supportive of our progress. Right? Because once we have that, and we realize that we can have anything we want, that we can create any kind of life that we want, well, the only thing left then is to take action, to start doing this. We have the understanding, we have the knowledge of self, we've triumphed, we've conquered, we've overcome the challenges, the inertia, the roadblocks, and now it's just a matter of doing it, taking action, right? Here we have a Prince of Wands. This is taking that creative energy, that spiritual force and fire, and getting to work. Let's do it. Let's get to work. So I think this is really a lesson from, like I said, from this Hierophant that is showing you the way to creation, the process of creation for you. Okay. And this card may be expressing some other details too. Maybe this is something, some kind of project or work that you're going to be involved with that is there to help others, right? It could be that, you have this real passion and desire to be of service, to teach maybe, to care for others, to be part of the 8 of Pentacles for others, to be part of someone else's nurturing and supportive environment. Right? Maybe you're doing some work in the medical field or the education field, or something a little bit more indirect or abstract that's kind of meant to give back to the world. You want to be a help to society, a help to the world, in whatever path you choose, whatever your manifested reality is going to be. I feel like it's going to be very important work that you do. So, the Hierophant is saying, look, we need you, right? We need you to start manifesting your will, because we need your work. We need your creativity. The world, right? All of us collectively, we need you. Let's look at the mystery card now. Our alien's name is Simon Mork Ripley. I think we've decided on that, so everybody say hello. Mork, say hello to everyone. Let's see, because we have a lot of earth energy, right? We got a lot of earth, a lot of fire. We have the 2 8s here, which are important. We said at the beginning that this was happening quickly, that it seems like it's a really abrupt transition, right? From this kind of air energy to suddenly fire, earth, earth, fire. So maybe this is going to be something to represent that urgency or that abruptness. Maybe this is something, well, I don't think it's going to be a hanged man. I don't think it's going to be a moon energy, though it could, because we don't have a lot of water. So maybe it is kind of something that we're being prompted by the Spirit, prompted by how we feel. We're starting to feel this drive and striving, this longing within us, this emotion, this kind of new stuff that's welling up within us that might be prompting us to make this really swift transition. So it could be a hanged man. It could be some moon energy, the High Priestess, or the Moon card, or the Hanged Man. It could be some fire energy, though. Could maybe be the Judgment or Eon card. Something to me anyway, something that is going to represent the transition, the urgency, or the abruptness of this, right? That's what I'm feeling. Let's just take a look. Oh, okay. An 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, keyword here, swiftness. So this is the urgency. And we have now more of the 8s. We go from an 8 of, this is kind of cool, we go from the 8 of Swords, which is the blockage of our progress, to now we're putting an 8 of Swords right on, or an 8 of Wands right on there. Some fire energy to overcome this. Now we're making progress, right? We're canceling out all of these swords with fire, and now we have this beautiful, triumphant overcoming. So this shows really the quickness with which we are going to transition from the restrictive environment and this state of no progress to now triumph and overcoming and tremendous progress. So an 8 of Wands, yeah, this is perfect. And we also have the 8 of Pentacles over here. So the environment now is one that is supportive and nurturing of our progress, and we see that there is an urgent need for this. So this is definitely a card that says this is happening fast. It must happen fast. We need this right now. We don't want to wait. We don't want to linger back in this 8 of Swords nonsense. We need change, and we need it now. And I think this is saying, look, we have to be ready, because all of these javelins are coming your way. They're all aimed right at you, and they're coming fast. So we've got to be ready. It's time for us to make this move. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. We're going to do an extended too. If you would like to stick around, Libra, just click on the link that is up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings. I encourage you to cross-watch. Check your other placements. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.